can you talk to us about how, in the midst of families being separated, little children are being forced to judicially represent themselves? And how is that even possible? That's been like a really mind-boggling thing for me and a number of people I know. So, as a lawyer, could you kind of talk to that real quickly?
Yeah, and so this was a situation, this was the case long before even the current leadership in the federal government. So the basic idea is that deportation it's again, it's not it's not a criminal offense, right? And it's not a criminal punishment. And so the right to government appointed counsel only attaches when people are accused of a crime.
Hmm.
Um, People facing deportation are not being accused of crimes. The immigration law explicitly says that a non-citizen has a right to being represented by counsel at no government expense. So unless 2 or 3-year-olds can themselves afford a lawyer or find a lawyer to represent them on their own from the incredibly limited pro bono and legal that are available, then basically their only option is to represent themselves. It's kind of seen as business as usual, and part of the way that the immigration courts work. And it's really just, I think, one tiny, tiny component of the way in which the broader system just calls out for.
Yeah, that's uh, again the way in which little loopholes in the law are exploited and end up having cataclysmic impacts on certain communities is it's heartbreaking. I mean, it's parallel to the loophole that I talk about in my book around the 13th Amendment, and how slavery in our nation is illegal except as a punishment for a crime. And so these little loopholes end up really mattering. Um, and when I was actually down on the border, El Paso and Juarez, I found out that less than 5% of people facing immigration charges actually have any kind of legal representation. So to kind of be going before a judge without having any legal representation pretty much seals your fate. And so I was pretty shocked and astounded by that.
Yeah. And it is, I was just going to say, there are some jurisdictions, New York City is one, actually Santa Ana, California, not too far from me is another, where local cities have chosen to fund immigrant defense services, so guaranteed lawyers for their residents who are detained and facing deportation. And so studies out of New York on the effectiveness have been really staggering. Studies out of the initial first 2 years found that like having a lawyer increases a person's chance of success by about 1100%.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Huge difference.